Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll explore the origins of yin and yang as style frameworks and the core aesthetic concepts foundational to many modern style and seasonal color systems. If you've ever explored systems like Kibbe, McJimsey, or Kitchener, as well as many color systems that link personality with palettes, you've already been exposed to these concepts. We'll explore how this aesthetic duality developed by Belle Northrup, is used to establish a clear, universal scale for appraising physical expressions and their energetic or persona-based counterparts. The metaphysical concepts of yin and yang have served to describe visual aspects in style for nearly a century. This approach remains notably relevant in the Kibbe, McJimsey, and Kitchener systems, as well as the various methodologies of color analysis. The earliest recorded application of these Eastern concepts to style and silhouette is credited to Belle Northrup, who presented her theories in the 1936 paper An Approach to the Problem of Costume and Personality. Northrop borrowed the terms yin and yang explicitly to illustrate the spectrum of universal opposites and the infinite possibilities inherent in their interplay. In this presentation, we'll examine Northrup's original examples and adopt the necessary mindset that allows greater clarity and nuance to bloom from her work. Northrop grounded her theory in the original philosophical significations of yin and yang, noting, far back in the mists of time, the Chinese sensed this clear division of the forces of life. Gradually, through the ages were developed the yin and the yang. She highlights that yin, once sensed as the peace of darkness, evolved into quiescence, absorption, and gentleness. Conversely, yang, originally sensed as the light of heaven, evolved to embody vigor, penetration, and strength. In order to articulate these extremes, Northrop uses elemental examples. In yin are found the qualities of tenderness, the yielding nature of water, the softness of moss, or the exquisite frost traceries in winter. She explicitly refers to yin's lunar nature and its watery aspects, such as fertile valleys and gurgling streams. Yang, on the contrary, expresses force, the weightiness of granite, the rigidity of metal, and the potency of flame. She highlights Yang's fiery, forceful, and solar aspects, such as mountain tops. These elemental associations define the spectrum we apply to both persona and physicality. In order to apply Northrop's theory, we must develop the capacity to identify yin and yang in everything around us, from nature to man-made objects like architecture and paintings, to more cerebral or invisible aspects like music. Northrop asserts that these qualities apply not only to physical characteristics or appearance, but also to one's personality and nature. Modes of expression such as gaze, voice, and movement also fall under this yin-yang spectrum. Let's begin our study of examples with flora and fauna. Yin greenery and flowers convey a feeling of wispy lightness and sheerness. Specific examples include the white-collar field daisy and lily of the valley. In trees, the delicate silver birch and the fluid willow are yin. Yang foliage and flowers convey a sense of impact, grandeur, and strength. These include the sunflower and the calla lily. Yang trees include the gnarly oak and the towering pine. Architecture is a vital medium for illustrating the duality of yin and yang. Yin architecture features curves, swirls, ornateness, and delicacy. Northrop cites Oriental pagodas, Moorish doorway arches, the walls and balustrades of the Alhambra, and the intricate carvings of the Taj Mahal as very yin. Pure Yang architecture features bold columns, arches, and robust direct design, emphasizing a strong, clear, contrasted pattern. This includes Doric temples, the massive columns of the Great Hall in Karnak, and the pillars of Georgian mansions. The blend of yin and yang is illustrated by Gothic cathedrals, which possess towering structure and vaulted heights of yang, but also slender pinnacles and lace-like carvings of yin. The yin-yang duality is easily observed in the visual and auditory arts. Yin art uses softer gradients, gently luminous glazes, and focuses on swirling fluid compositions. This fluid quality, seen in many Botticellis and Da Vinci's, is exemplified in music, mirrored by composers Chopin, Grieg, and MacDowell. Yang art uses stronger contrast and pigmentation, clearer boundaries, and more geometric, crisp compositions. Examples include the highly pigmented and forceful works of Tintoretto, Rubens, and Hals. Musically, this translates to the strong, severe works of Beethoven, Bach, Brahms, and Wagner. Finally, we come to the appraisal of the human image persona in terms of yin and yang. Yin image personas radiate qualities like gentleness, delicacy, diminutiveness, lightness, piquancy, youthfulness, and naivete. Northrop's examples include Janet Gaynor, Joan Bennett, and Lillian Gish. The yin physicality usually manifests in small, slight builds, small, rounded, and delicate features, and a gentle expression. Yang image personas radiate qualities like strength, force, dignity, power, vigor, sophistication, and maturity. Examples include Greta Garbo and Catherine Cornell. This physically is manifested in tall, strong, erect builds, larger or fuller features, and a firm expression. Now that we've established the yin-yang spectrum, this brings to mind the most important element, the right attitude of appraising the yin-yang harmony. Yin and yang are always relative. There can be nothing that is purely, completely yin or yang, as they both contain little seeds of each other. The goal of appraisal of the wholeness of each individual is to capture subtlety, nuance, and honor the fluid harmony of yin and yang under various conditions, moods, and life phases. This necessitates a holistic appraisal. Partial or inadequate judgments, for example, attempting to type someone based on hair color or height, will lead to undeveloped conclusions that overemphasize a single isolated trait. The objective of Northrop's theory is to honor the whole individual and all of their nuances, both in form and spirit, in order to find the most resonant costumes, as well as enjoy the infinite dance of yin and yang. Thank you for watching. For style help, please visit my site, thealignedlover.com. I'll see you in the next video.